All right, we're on live.
I made Rob laugh a little bit before this.
Where's the
Always.
schoolhouse? Whoop, where's the schoolhouse? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Donald Pleasance has somewhere on his neck.
All right, welcome. This is the Movie Busters episode 38.
Hi.
Hello.
Yeah. Halloween franchise again, but this time the Thorn trilogy, part
Thorn.
4,
4 to
Yes.
6.
4, 5, and 6.
I used to have a tattoo with a thorn on it.
Yeah. Why?
I'm
That means
cursed.
you're
Don't touch me.
pass it to someone.
Don't pass it. Like it follows, you're gonna pass it.
Oh, you did touch me earlier.
Oh, you curse
have-
now.
No.
Mhm.
He's a mute.
It's your game now. He's a mute.
Yeah.
Well, we could have had somebody, one of us, play the mute for the stream, but that would make it a short stream now, wouldn't it? Really short, 10 minutes.
Hey, what's your thoughts?
Just draw it out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in a very vague way when we get to that. So, everybody who's watching right now, if anybody at all, I'm Alex 3.0. You know me already. I'm joined by Thomas, aka HorrorFan34, aka Philly Boy, aka Mr. Noel.
Man, that's a lot.
I can't even point.
That's a lot of titles. What are you?
I know it is. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Phillies,
All right.
Phillies on playoffs, baby.
All right. Yeah.
Let's
Loves. They beat the Cardinals, so sorry, Rob.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
What happened?
Last night.
The Phillies swept out the Cardinals.
Yeah. And the wild card.
Well, I guess.
Oh well.
Oh,
That
man, I hate sports.
we basically ended the careers of Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina.
Yeah, but you didn't end the careers. They're ready to retire. They didn't end no careers.
Well, I guess they were kind of.
It was a gracious end, not like they killed their careers, They didn't get
I was
canceled or
busy with
anything.
fam.
They didn't get canceled.
I was busy with fam.
Important stuff, right?
Yeah, Rob.
Yeah,
was telling-
Yeah,
Rob
so
was
okay.
telling- Yeah, Rob
You know-
was telling me the whole buffet they were having. My mouth was watering.
Yes, we had a lot of food.
Food is good.
He was torturing me with food.
Yeah. And of course, you already know, also joined by Rob and Dan, aka Movie Review Time, and Rocky Balboa 101, aka the biggest Arnold and Schwarzenegger fans. Go check out their videos. They're really good.
The Decade Wars.
The Decade Wars, yeah. Check out Rocky Balboa 101's and Dan's.
Yeah, please do.
Got our opinions.
Arnold and Schwarzenegger throughout the decades.
They're facts.
Yeah, stats. and all that.
Right. Stats.
All right. We talked about the first 3 Halloween movies already.
Yep.
Go watch out their last stream that we did last week on it.
Yeah, it was a good stream.
Yeah. Mhm.
That was a good one, yeah.
The other one sucked. That was a good one.
Okay. Why?
Oh. Speechless.
Okay. What the hell? Oh, the options changed here for some reason. Anyway,
What's happening?
let's start off with Halloween 4: The Return of Michael Myers.
There it is.
Yeah.
So as you already know, Halloween 3 did not do well when it came out, and the franchise was on hiatus for a couple of years. And fun fact, John Carpenter actually did write a treatment for Halloween 4, but Mustafa Akkad, who owns the rights, did not like it. They parted ways. They moved on, decided to bring back Michael Myers alive and well.
Yeah, you should
Hence
figure
the title.
This was a 6-year wait
Yeah, it was.
because Halloween 3 was 82.
And this was came out in 1988. And this was directed by Dwight H. Little.
Underrated director.
What else has he done?
Rapid Fire with Brandon Lee, which is awesome.
Right, yeah.
And he also directed The Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund.
Okay.
And he also directed Murder at 1600, one of my favorite Wesley Snipes movies.
Yeah, I remember that movie a little bit.
Yep. Good director.
All right. And this movie also brought back Donald Pleasance as Dr. Loomis.
Yep.
And introduced new characters.
Yes.
We get to Daniel Harris as Jamie Lloyd, who is the niece. Spoiler alert, not really. Of Michael Myers.
Cornell.
Yeah, and Ellie Cornell as Rachel,
And Kathleen Kinmont.
fostered big sister. Yeah.
Do we know what the original treatment of Halloween 4 was about, or
Pretty much
Just to bring
There's-
him back, basically.
The Carpenter's original treatment
Yeah.
sounds well. Okay, I don't want to get into it, but like too much. But it was very more like not standard horror movie. It was gonna be more cerebral. Like Michael Myers was more of like a entity that haunted people's minds, and not really like the killer killing people.
Oh, so like Freddy Krueger?
Not like it wasn't actually him. It was just like people were haunted by him because people were still
They were scarred by him.
scarred
so-
by like the events of the
Like
first two
haunted
movies.
by like the memories.
Kind of, yeah.
It's Sherry Moon Zombie,
Yeah. Mhm.
and with her white horse and her stupid white cow.
Yeah. So that's kind of there's a YouTube video about it that goes more into detail. Just search Halloween 4 John Carpenter, you'll find it.
I mean, it might have turned out okay, but I
Who
like
knows?
this. I like this. I like this.
All right.
I like
Let's
a
get
CAD version.
yeah, let's get started. Rob, since you already said you like this, what do you like about this?
Oh wow! Just pick me out of the crowd.
Yeah.
He's
Actually, I don't
putting you on the spot.
Yeah.
For the return of Michael Myers, I wanted the return of Colonel Cochran. That's what I wanted.
Mhm.
Um,
Well, we can't get everything we want, right?
Look, when it comes to the sequels, I think I already mentioned I love Halloween 2. Halloween 4, I really like as well. Does it make sense that Michael's alive and Donald Pleasance is alive in this? Or as Loomis? No, it don't. But I mean, I can give it a pass because Michael's back. You know, it's like they tried to do it the best they could with him being burned. He has bandages all over his face, and
In
you don't
his hands
see
too.
you don't see his face anyway, so it's not even a big deal. The fact that he
Right.
has it's all over. But Donald Pleasance as Loomis, I love seeing him no matter what. It's great seeing him. But it's funny how he, that guy, Michael, we've already established that he has some kind of superhuman thing about him, so I can understand how he's alive. But Loomis, I don't know. I just don't know how the guy's even breathing. But
Yeah, that whole
Anyway.
room exploded at the end of Halloween too.
He's Donald
Right.
Pleasance. He's a legend.
yeah,
He can survive
so,
anything.
So, I mean, like this movie, I saw, I think, I forgot, it was on TV. I remember the part my dad had turned it on. The part that I remember seeing first was when he's in the convenience store and he conveniently just grabs a mask and then
Well-
puts it on.
Well, it is a convenience store.
Yeah, it's very convenient. And I just remember that part. And it always stuck with me. I'm like, why? Like, did Michael just put that on and walk out? Like, he didn't pay for it. Like, I don't know why that always stuck in my mind.
He didn't pay for the.
Like he just walked in and just
Yeah.
put it on, and then Jamie gets scared, and then he's nowhere to be found. So he took off, I guess.
Yeah, I almost wondered, like, was that supposed to be like
a
not
dream.
real?
A
Yeah.
dream.
Because
she just has a
she
couple
did-
of them.
yeah, she has a dream of a nightmare
Right.
of Michael before in the beginning.
Right.
So,
Right. So, but it makes you wonder, where did he get the mask?
That
Then.
store.
So that was real.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it had to be, because otherwise, where did he get the mask? Because it doesn't show that.
I guess that also explains why it looks cheap, and we'll get into that because
The only
dollar
thing
store.
the only thing we see him getting is when he goes to the gas station. He gets the overalls.
Yeah.
So we know he gets those, but the mask, we don't know. So that has to be real. But yeah, this, you know what? I like Jamie Lloyd's I like her a lot. Her character, she was a good addition. I remember seeing her. The first time was Roseanne. Actually, I saw the episode of Roseanne when she first appears before I saw this.
Mhm.
She was older in that.
She
episode,
was
right?
she was a little older, yeah.
Oh yeah,
she,
Daniel Harris was in an episode of Roseanne. That's right.
she was in quite a few episodes actually, but she was a little,
yeah, I actually really forgot about that. Yeah,
she was a little older. So this was that was also after like Halloween 5. So I didn't
Mhm.
really. So I kind of knew of her in a way. But yeah, like honestly, like everything. Oh, the music to this movie's great. I love the music.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, everything about it, like I think this is it's a solid return and a solid sequel. I love the title, The Return.
I think
of
it's the most underrated sequel that deals with Michael Myers.
I'm actually surprised
Yeah.
they stuck with the number system and called this Halloween 4. And then
Yeah,
have
but
a-
they should have stuck with the Roman numeral numbers.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. It's like the first 3 were Roman numerals, and then they went to standard letters.
right, but I'm still. I mean, it's
People
still
get confused. They thought it was gonna be what 15, 1V.
they could have just called this like Return of Michael Myers, but I'm glad they stuck with Halloween 4. Like, you know,
Yeah, they. I mean, even
but
though
no.
they changed it from Roman numerals to regular
it's still
numbers,
numbers.
it's still
Yeah.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, so but fantastic title. I do like the mask in this. The poster is one of my favorite posters.
Yeah, but that's not the mask. That's in the movie.
No, I know that, but I like the mask. Movie.
Yeah, isn't the mask the one from the first movie on the poster?
Yes.
Yeah, but
Oh yeah,
I'm
it
just,
doesn't.
I'm just saying I like
it
the
is in the
poster. I'm
movie.
just saying I like the poster.
Yeah,
It's one of my
it's
favorite
good.
posters, but the mask in the movie is good. I like the mask.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, not really much else I can say about it. It's very entertaining. I like the kills in this, and you know
the way he uses his thumb.
Oh my god, yeah, I love it.
hey, whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
no, that was kind of like a new thing with him. Like, use his
I
thumb.
think Brady's a dick.
That's actually a really funny kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he likes the big boob sheriff's daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tommy Doyle actually has an appearance in this, and not many people know that.
Yeah, because they don't name him, right? It's just in the
Yeah.
background.
Right, he's in the convenience store. He's one of the guys that's in the background.
Yeah, one of the friends, Brady's
Yeah.
friends.
So that's
And
it.
Lindsay's in there in the movie too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
She was the one that was driving Jamie and Rachel to the store.
Are you talking about actual actors that?
No, it's not the same actors. It's
Okay,
different.
okay.
yeah, like this Lindsay and this Tommy never interact. It's
No.
weird. Things didn't work out after the first movie, I guess.
So that's why
in this
credit
timeline.
I give this movie credit for trying to bring back original characters and bring back, you know, the way they did. The way they brought it back was fine.
It seems like Gary, they're gonna set them up for the next one, but that didn't happen. Obviously, we'll get to that.
Well, that's why this movie is a lot better than the next one. Anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Dan, what are your thoughts on Halloween 4?
Yeah, so I agree actually with pretty much everything Bob said. I rank this, for me, Halloween 4 and Halloween 2, I like equally enjoy those movies. We've already talked about the music. We already talked about...
Oh, spoiler alert, Forca on Roseanne or the Connors. Not that I care.
yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just,
Hey,
I don't.
Daniel Harris finished her arc on the Connors as Molly. I haven't even watched the Connors. Really?
I don't care,
didn't even
yeah.
know she was in it. Oh my
Wow,
god!
they killed off another character.
Daniel Harris likes to die.
I liked her character Molly, but what about her sister? What was her sister's name? She was kind of heavy set. She was in The Happening. She was in one scene of The Happening. What was her name? Damn it!
I don't know.
Was
You
it-
guys are the Roseanne fans.
Was it Michelle or I can't remember.
Michelle Tanner.
No. Wow.
Uh,
Anyway, yeah.
Anyway, I'll link back to Halloween 4.
Yeah, so I mean, what was cool, like right off the bat, they really leaned into, okay, Michael is supernatural, and you'd already mentioned, like in the ambulance, he like trashes those guys, he kills the guy with the thumb through the head.
Yes.
So I mean, they're really quickly showing you, hey, this guy is like a monster. You know, he's not just a human being. Donald Pleasance is, again, like Bob said, I mean, it doesn't make sense that he's back, but he's so good in the role that it's great to see him. Danielle Harris, yeah, she did a really good job. You know, it's one of these kid actors that just does an amazing job, I feel. Yeah, had the what was the boyfriend's name that you just said was
Brady.
Brady? Yeah, it's like
He's a dick.
they set him up. It's weird. They set him up in the movie that he's actually a good guy.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, oh well.
He gets mad because
yeah.
she can't because she has to babysit.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm just gonna go sleep with the sheriff's daughter. So it was just weird because like they
He
set
just
him
wanted
up to
to
be a
get
good
laid.
guy.
He pretty much he just wanted to get fucking laid. He couldn't
Yeah,
wait one
yeah.
day.
So he goes with the girl with the bigger boobs.
Yeah, that works. Also works at the convenience store.
Yeah.
And this movie, it actually worked, I thought, where the townspeople, unlike Howling Kills,
yes.
that actually worked.
I'll get to that.
Bring up the mob intention about the town.
Yeah, like that
worked.
That actually worked really well.
Yes.
So yeah. Oh, and the music, the new rendition of like the original score was really cool.
The whole opening.
Yeah.
The music. The whole opening's great.
Yeah. So this was a great comeback movie. I feel like considering, Halloween 3, how that was.
Yeah.
I'd say to be a little nitpicky, I think the very end of the movie when they shoot Michael and he just falls into that, I guess, is it a mine?
It's like
a well.
It's like a well thing that goes over the cliff.
Yeah, I kind of, obviously the movie knew it was going to have the next film, but it was kind of a little anticlimactic for me. And I still don't know how I feel about them copying, like, oh, now Jamie is going to be Michael.
Like the whole ending, where she's basically cursed.
Because she kills...
That's what the curse thing comes from.
Does she kill her mom or just stab her?
She stabs
her. In this movie, they make it seem like she did kill her.
Right.
But when we go to the next movie, that's not quite what happened.
So, besides those two things, though, overall, this is a really enjoyable movie.
Oh, Junebug Films is in here. Controversial opinion. I like Jamie better than Laurie. I mean, I like Laurie, but I do really like Jamie. And I'm sorry, they did her dirty when we come up to the third film coming up in this trilogy. Yes. I mean, I agree. I love Jamie. I don't think they did enough with her.
We haven't heard from Junebug in a while. Hope you're doing fine, man. All right.
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, Jamie's up there in the franchise.
Big Bad Wolf Gaming. Timing has got to be...
That's the line that Wade, the other friend in the convenience store, says. When he's trying to hit on, when they make a bet, they make the American Pie style bet. Like, you go talk to her, and he
walks up to her and he's like,
"Fuck off, Wade."
Wade. Oh, you didn't even have a shot, you idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they set him up because she heard them talk about the bet.
Hey, Big Bad Wolf Gaming 2K.
I mean, she's the sheriff's daughter. You don't want to mess around with her anyway.
He was like, "I'm not scared of him. I'm not scared of the sheriff."
Really.
Yeah. There's Big Bad
You should
Wolf
be.
Gaming.
We'll get to that about the new sheriff.
Brady. Oh, Brady. Oh, God, Brady.
Yeah, that's it for me.
All right, cool. Thomas, what are your thoughts on Halloween 4?
I've always thought Halloween 4 was one of the best in the franchise. I think it's, like I said, it's the most underrated Halloween film that deals with Michael Myers. And first off, it's coming off from Dwight H. Little, who I think is a good director. And I really like granted, like Rob said, like, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense how Michael Myers is back alive and how Dr. Loomis is back alive, but they do like the best they can.
You can't kill Damnation.
They work around it the best they can, but everything about this one was great. Like, first off, the additions of the new cast, like I said, Danielle Harris is Jamie Lloyd, and I've always really enjoyed Danielle Harris as an actress because if you figure Danielle Harris is more than just known for horror movies. She's been in like Mark for Death, Last Boy Scout, and things like that, and she's also really known for other horror films other than Halloween, like Urban Legend.
Doing good, thank you, Big Bad Wolf.
And things like that. Doing good, by the way, Big Bad Wolf Gaming.
Yeah, we're all doing good.
And I really enjoy like the other people like Ellie Cornell, Kathleen Kinmont.
Ellie Cornell's good.
Yeah, and I really like Kathleen Kinmont as Kelly Meeker. I thought her death scene is really, really good. One of my favorite death scenes in Halloween 4. And probably one of my favorite deaths in the franchise.
What death scene are you talking about?
Kelly Meeker, Kathleen Kinmont.
The big boob lead chick.
Oh, yeah.
With the gun barrel. Yeah.
Yeah, she gets stabbed with a shotgun.
Yeah.
And gets pinned against the wall. Good death scene.
You don't hear too many people getting stabbed with a shotgun. Like,
hey man, that's a new kill.
Yeah, it's a new kill.
It's what makes it unique with a gun.
Yeah, really. He needs to shoot with it.
Then
I like he was just like sitting back, rocking the chair, like any minute now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do like when he gets up. Like the music
Yeah.
starts when he gets
Yeah.
up. It's like dum 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 dum.
Like, it's killing time.
crazy.
He was taking a break. for a
underrated
bit.
musical score.
Well,
in
he's
this
tired.
film.
He was
Yeah,
being
no.
funny like in the first movie with the sheet over his head.
He's tired.
Yeah, I know. He was working all day. Yeah.
Yeah, he just came back from a burn unit.
Yeah. And this movie takes place 10 years after the original event, so it's like, yeah, he has had a 10-year vacation. It's time to go back to work.
Yeah, he was resting.
Yeah. He came out of
Yeah.
retirement.
He was on hiatus for a little bit.
Yeah.
He was on vacation somewhere.
Factor.
But
The healing factor.
This is Logan.
Weapon X.
and I will say other death scenes that are pretty gruesome is like when he rips apart. He's like when he's ripping apart those police, the troopers, the police officers, and everything, the sheriffs.
That's how. Are you talking about those guys that were in the pickup truck?
Yeah, like he rips them apart.
Oh no, those were like the mob.
You mean when he's stabbing? He's on the back of the pickup truck and he's stabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's. I mean,
part.
there's. I think one of the last deaths in the movie is when someone's throat gets ripped open.
Yeah, the guy who was driving.
Yeah.
Earl, that's his name.
Yep.
Yeah. Really good at practical effects.
I don't know who did like the gore for the film, but whoever did the effects of the film are really, really well done.
Who's the one that they shoot in the bush?
Ted Hollister.
Ted Hollister, yeah.
That's right.
I thought you said it was Michael Myers.
Son of you dumb son of a bitch. You said it was Myers.
Think about what happened in Halloween 2 and then now Halloween 4.
with
They
Brent
keep killing
Tramer.
civilians. They stop. They don't stop
Killing civilians.
Michael's probably laughing like, ha ha ha.
Yeah, stupid fucking like stupid Haddonfield. They always do this. Yeah.
But and also like I forgot to mention Donald Pleasance returning as Loomis. I mean, Donald Pleasance always been a pleasure to see Donald Pleasance on screen because I miss Donald Pleasance. Great actor.
I'm still here. I just gotta get something.
Great actor. I mean, I miss Donald Pleasance a lot. Still the best Dr. Loomis ever. I mean, no one could ever touch and miss Dr. Loomis. And I thought whatchamacallit did a great job as Michael, George P. Wilbur.
Yeah, he was good.
George Wilbur does a great job as Michael Myers. I still say my favorite Michael Myers is still Nick Castle and Dick Warlock, but George Wilbur is definitely one of the best when it comes to playing Michael Myers. I think Chris Durant's good.
I have to say James Ducournau is probably one of my.
He's a great Michael
probably
Myers.
up there on my list because he does a great job.
He's a great Michael Myers,
Agreed.
James Ducournau. Chris Durant's a good Michael Myers as well. I like Chris Durant in H2O as well. But George P. Wilbur, even though Halloween 6 sucks, I think George P. Wilbur is one of the best things about Halloween 6 because I thought he was really good still as Michael. I mean, but overall, I mean, I don't really know what else more I could say about Halloween 4. It's entertaining. It's got some good gore in there. It's got a nice additions of newer cast members like Ellie Cornell, Daniel Harris.
Drago's manager.
Oh yeah, he's the doctor at the beginning.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Whatever Michael hits, he destroys.
I know, right?
Yeah.
See, that character never shows up again in this franchise, which I thought was odd.
Nope.
You would think he would show up in, the part
His
6.
work was done. He
had to go over to Siberia.
He made
that's what happened.
he made the transfer, and then he's going to move on to Drago.
He moved on. Yeah.
Drago is Michael.
Or maybe the actor just likes part 4s.
Oh yeah, he does. He likes
Yeah.
And what's kind of funny, Daniel Harris, who worked with Dwight H. Little on Halloween 4, also worked together with him on Mark for Death.
Oh, cool.
With Seagal.
Seagal, yeah.
Yeah, because what Dwight H. Little did both movies.
Yeah, that's a good movie. That's probably one of my favorite Seagal movies.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's kind of funny. I asked Danielle Harris what it was like working with Seagal, and she said to me, "Well, he's interesting. I'll say that."
That's
In
being
other
nice.
words, he's a fat slob.
Apparently from what I've heard, she said the best person she worked with out of the 3 action heroes that she worked with was Stallone.
I know everyone wants to ask her questions about Halloween, but if I ever met her, I would ask her about like Roseanne, because that's like my first introduction with her. It's like, I don't know. I wonder how she would I don't know, answer questions on that. What do you
Yeah,
think
but
I
overall,
would. Yeah, go ahead.
Halloween 4, awesome movie, great musical score. And overall, just a very solid installment into the Halloween franchise. And of course, this gets fucked up with Halloween 5.
Yeah,
But
we'll get to that.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween 5.
But Alex,
I
you can go ahead.
I kind of wanted to skip this one and just go Halloween 5, but no, I can't. No, I'm just kidding. I do like this one. This one was the one that I didn't really see till much later.
I'll be back.
And I kind of I thought for the longest time, I thought it was just okay, but I've kind of warmed up to it a little bit more. I kind of enjoy it more now. I have some issues with it. You guys brought up a few things that you liked that I personally didn't. Like, for example, the mask in this movie, I don't like. I think it's way too. I don't know, white. You know, like it's way like it's like they double spray painted it white. You know, I don't like it's not a scary blank expression. It's just like plain blank expression. I feel.
You think it's too clean of a mask?
Yeah, and I get that it's not the same one. It makes sense in the story too because he gets that from a different story. So I understand it's not gonna look exactly the same, but it's not scary. Only maybe when at the beginning where he's in the shadows, in the dark, it kind of works. But when you see him like full fledged, like it, I don't think it's creepy at all. And I don't like the way you guys said, Thomas. You said that you really like Joe P. Wilbur as Michael Myers. I don't like him in this movie. I like him in Halloween 6. We'll get to it. But in this movie, I think the way he walks, he's too not bumbling, but
Stiff.
stiff. Yeah. It's like it seems like he has like too much padding, and he's like he could like not walk right. You know, that didn't really work for me. You guys mentioned the mob stuff. That's another thing I don't like. But will we get to a later movie and with the mob stuff? At least this one was just like a minor subplot, which fine, it doesn't really bother me that much. And when we get to the other movie, that other movie is the
mob.
The mob.
Oh, okay.
And when we get to the other movie, that movie is the huge chunk of the film. This is just a minor subplot, so it's okay. It's just like when you do something like that, where a whole town is looking for Michael Myers, it better be the final film because like either they're gonna get Michael or he's gonna get them. It's like if he kills all of them, then why even bother? You know.
People dies.
But no, Rob, I was just saying that like just compare the mob stuff with this movie and Halloween Kills.
Well,
At
that's
least
a no-brainer.
At least this one, I don't like it. I don't like it either. But at least this one wasn't going on for so long. It's a minor subplot.
Wait, you don't like this one, or you don't like
He
Halloween
doesn't like
Kills?
either.
I don't like either.
Oh.
The mob stuff.
This one was subtle, though. This one was not.
This
like,
one, no, I don't hate it that much because
This wasn't really the town. This was just a few people.
Yeah, that's true. That is true too.
It's not like the whole town gathered around.
No,
said,
and
"Look,
also it's not
go
in
to
the.
hospital and start
It's
with
not a
crazy
huge chunk of
people."
the film. It doesn't take away from a lot of the film like the other movie does. So
yeah.
that's why I'm not harsh on it and they get to the point pretty fast too when they accidentally kill the Ted Hollister in the bushes. What was he doing in the bushes in the first place?
At this moment they know they fucked up.
They realize immediately. They recognize them. At least they recognize them. Like, oh shit, that's our friend. Shit.
Well, even Pleasance, even he says in the movie as Loomis, he's like, you have men with guns. You have men with guns out there. That's like he was actually promoting it. Like, oh, they need these guys.
So yeah,
That's the
Loomis
best defense
Loomis is a member of an NRA.
Yeah.
No, but like the reason why he said he promotes it or he goes along with it because Michael killed the entire police station off screen.
What?
So like they don't have much of a police,
Well,
so
wait.
like yeah, they need to have some
What
people
about
helping
this
out.
fact? What about this fact?
Mhm.
Loomis already shot him so many times in the second movie. You would think he'd be like, "Well, guns don't work."
He hasn't tried to shoot him in the head though.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But...
That's what you should tell him. Like, go for the head, okay? Don't make the same mistake Thor did.
Headshot.
Don't make the
Laurie
same
shot him
mistake Thor did.
twice.
Thanos.
Laurie
Yeah.
shot him in the eyes, so
You gotta shoot him in the brain if he has any. Maybe he does.
it's funny. His eye, he has new eyes because he can obviously see.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Maybe it grazed him.
Maybe. Maybe they operated on him when he was in a coma.
Oh, it was the Russian doctor.
It was the Russian doctor. He gave him new eyes.
He
Russian
injected
eyes.
the needle that they injected into Drago's arm and hit his head.
I mean, when we get to Christian Michael Myers, maybe you could just explain away. Oh, the Thorn people took care of him. New eyes, new body. and
Maybe the
everything.
curse gives him.
He has a healing factor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the curse,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Thorn.
yeah.
Thorn curse.
But other than the mask and George P. Wilbur's performance and the mob stuff, I do like this movie. This is a really good movie. I like the characters. You guys mentioned Jamie Lloyd and Rachel Carruthers.
Yeah.
Donald Pleasance. I didn't really talk about him that much when we talk about the first two movies, but damn, dude, he was born to play Dr. Loomis.
Yes. Yep.
What about
He
when he
was.
dives over the barrels like he's Rambo?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, speaking of which, that pissed me off when those stupid teenagers like just blew him off. Like, hey, come to her, and then they just drive and.
Yeah, that was mean.
I hate that. I was like,
I would wish those teenagers would have died by.
yeah.
Yeah, because he looks sad, like, oh.
Yeah.
Because he
He
was all
probably
like,
thinking,
oh,
this
they're gonna
stupid new generation. Damn Generation Xers. That's what happened. Yeah, the first time I saw that pissed me off. Like, oh, why would you do that? You know? You know what? Those kids ended up getting killed in Camp Crystal Lake anyway. So they went
Yeah.
to Crystal Lake. They got killed. Yeah, and the music you guys mentioned that was really good.
Yes,
This
Alan
is-
Howarth. Yes.
Yeah, he came back for this one. That was really good. And I like the story how the power goes out. And that's why they can't get in contact with nobody. Well, this was before cell phones too.
Right.
So, but they can't get anybody in landline. So like that's why they don't get help right away. Like, that's another thing I also like about this. The sheriff in this movie, Sheriff Meeker, I like him better than Brackett, honestly.
Really?
Because
Sheriff Meeker does a lot more.
that's why. Because like the
does a
second,
lot more than
Yeah.
Brackett.
You know
the
what?
minute Loomis tells him Michael is back, he's alive. He doesn't believe him at first, and then when he kind of like hears him out, then he agrees to help out like right away.
Yeah,
It's like,
Brackett always was. He was always like.
I see nothing going on,
he didn't
Doctor.
see Brackett didn't see the big picture. He was always like one-sided with everything. It's like Meeker. At least he was.
He did his job. He was like,
Meeker-
oh, I got to look
Yeah.
into this because I'm the
Yeah.
sheriff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like Brackett knew about Michael killing Judith, in the first movie. So it's like, why would he be hesitant of believing Loomis that he escaped? I mean, that information is kind of out there. Like, oh, Michael Myers escaped, so take this seriously.
He
Man.
was a bad cop.
He was bad sheriff. No wonder.
God, he's bad.
No wonder he ended up being a security guard. No one kills.
We're on time with one.
Hey, don't you ever talk bad about Charles Cyrus? I met the man.
No, he's a great actor. No, nothing against him. It's just the character.
Oh, sorry.
Just the character. It's just like he made some dumb mistakes.
He was
That's why I like Brackett more. He's more active in the film.
Like
He
said,
actually
with
does
Evil
stuff on-
Dice
You mean,
Night,
you mean you like Meeker more? You said you like.
Sorry,
Brackett.
sorry. Yeah, I like Meeker more.
Which is it, Alex?
all that
It's Brackett.
yelling.
Yeah.
Ugh.
No, yeah, I really liked. Who's the actor who plays Meeker? Can I pronounce his name? To say
Oh, you mean the sheriff?
yeah, the sheriff. Meeker.
I'll look that up for you right now.
Bo Star or something like that. It's a
I'll
B
tell
or Bo or something like that. Anyway, he did really good.
It's Bew or something.
It's a
you.
Beau.
I'll look it up.
Bo.
I think it's
Bo.
Bo Star.
It's either Bo
Bo
or
Star.
Anyway, Meeker, I also really like how it intimidates Brady. It's like, if I catch you with my daughter, I'm gonna shoot you.
He's
That's
like, if I
awesome.
catch you with my daughter, I'm going to use that on you. You understand?
He's like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, he just
Oh
did.
shit!
He
Yeah.
motorboated. He motorboated earlier.
I mean, like, I know, pretty sure Meeker, like, he probably thought, like, after we're done with Michael here, I'm your next kid.
I
know.
knew he looked familiar.
His daughter seemed like she smoked a lot of cigarettes when she talked.
She does it. She does it by the
Scarlett
books.
Johansson.
I knew. You know what's kind of funny? I knew the sheriff Meeker Bo Star looked familiar.
Yeah.
He played Ray Liotta's father in Goodfellas.
He does kind of look like Ray Liotta too. So,
I knew he looked familiar. I'm like, oh shit, is
Yeah.
that Ray Liotta's dad in Goodfellas? Holy fuck,
Yeah.
it was.
yeah.
I knew he looked familiar.
And you guys mentioned the kills; they're all really good. That scene in the diner, at the gas station, the diner, when Loomis sees Michael again for the first time in 10 years. That's
Right.
creepy. I really like the bandage look to him.
Yeah.
That was really creepy.
What would you say is your favorite death scene in the movie, Alex?
Brady's.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Don't you think it's weird when Loomis first sees him, and then he goes to shoot him and he's gone? It's like he was the flash.
Yeah, that's part of the supernatural aspect.
Like what happened between the moment he went like this?
Hey, he dodged the bullets.
He's shooting at nothing. It's like he went.
He just walked away.
Course speed.
Oh yeah, he was Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
It's a standoff.
It's a
Let's
standoff.
go.
Come on.
And a fun fact, like the actor who played the bandage, Michael Myers, that was Tom Morga, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right.
From
That's
Friday
right.
13th Part 5. I believe Jason.
Yeah, Tom Morgan, one of the only guys that's played Leatherface, Jason, and Michael.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the fact that there was two different people playing, you really couldn't tell. It's really hard to tell.
And honest, the way he moved when he was bandaged, Michael Myers, like I liked it a little bit more, to be honest. That's actually really cool. How he kills the gas station. He just like walks up to him like kills the
To
gas
me,
station.
he just seemed this. They just both seemed.
Yeah, I would never.
They were
know.
in sync. Like you could,
okay.
you know.
Like once I knew about it was two different actors in this movie. Like I can kind of tell a little difference, but yeah, I mean it's supposed to be the same person, so that's what they have to act.
Is this one of the only
Similar.
few Halloween films other than the original that's played by two people?
I'm pretty sure there's like stunt actors, like other than the main actor.
Because
Well,
you figure, like, you know,
there's
Halloween
always
2,
stunt
is
actors.
Halloween 2 all Dick Warlock?
No, I'm pretty sure like when he's on burning, that's someone else.
There's always stunt actors, but
Yeah.
if Michael gets unmasked, then it seems like it's always two different people.
Right.
Because
I think they only did that with the original. With
Well, Tommy Lee
that's
Wallace
Tony
played
Moran.
Michael Myers in the
this
scene in the original,
this
didn't
too
he?
though.
yeah,
this
that's
too.
true. Yeah.
Didn't-
But I'm saying like, when he's fully unmasked, that's what.
This
I
too, damn it.
And didn't Whatchamacallit play Michael Myers?
Two. He's got two.
Didn't Whatchamacallit play Michael Myers in one scene in the original, Tommy Lee Wallace?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he
But
falls
they
out the
did-
window,
but,
right?
but yeah, but they did all the multiple actors in the original because of the low budget.
Because see, James Jew Courtney, he played, except for there's one scene with Nick Castle, but
Yeah.
in the new ones, he plays both unmasked and masked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And Nick Castle does all the breathing.
well, because no one could be breathing like
Yeah.
him.
So yeah, this was a good reintroduction to Michael. Despite him being in a coma and surviving the explosion, which is funny. You guys mentioned the whole Loomis thing. Like they actually were going to explain how he survived Loomis. Like the explosion was gonna literally like.
Well, that's why he has a cane, right? And he also
Yeah, like
has
he was supposed to
burn-
literally jump out of the room somehow, and that's why he only has like.
Yeah, I remember. I
Or maybe
remember
his
that.
coat shielded him.
Yeah. And maybe he had a folder.
I mean, maybe his
Ah.
whole body
He had
might
a
be
folder.
going to hell. His whole body might be really bad.
like Loomis, like
He
imagine
looks
like
like Deadpool under his clothes.
like Dr. Loomis suffered burn injuries. Even though Laurie Strode tried to save him, he only got half his
Deadpool. He looks like Deadpool under his clothes. Oh my god!
he can regenerate like Deadpool too, I guess. I mean, look at
Oh.
Halloween 6; he's all fine now.
Well, you know what? That cane don't mean nothing when he dives over those barrels like that, man. That man can move.
I kind of wish he would have used that cane as a weapon. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Like there's a hidden sword.
Yeah, that would be great.
I want to see him.
I would love
Like-
that, man. Now that thinking about it. But yeah, like there's this one weird part though where Loomis disappears. He leaves and he's gone for a while. Like where the hell will he go? I
Oh
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, I have to go. It's like, okay. But the whole chase sequence at the roof, that was great. That's one of my favorite scenes. Of the
Oh,
film.
yeah.
The house roof.
Yeah, the house roof. That was great. Which,
Having a child have to escape from Michael added another intensity altogether right there. Not being
right. But you know what? Even though the way he finds out about her being his niece is a little flimsy. I mean, he just goes in the house and he finds a picture. Like, okay, he does. Like, okay, that's a little okay. Because Lori is dead in this movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, because Jamie Lee Curtis didn't want to return, so they had to bring some. They wanted to keep the family aspect. And I mentioned,
Who did he have sex with?
remember how? Huh?
Who did Jamie Lloyd have sex with?
Jimmy.
Or not Jamie, but Lori.
It was Jimmy.
It was confirmed. Jimmy.
Well, that's just a fan theory, but it makes sense, I guess.
Mhm.
It was,
It's a theory.
it's a
So-
theory because her last name is Lloyd, and
Well,
his
he had
last name.
sex with somebody, so I want to know who.
I don't
Just
know.
like when Palpatine had sex with somebody.
Ugh.
Stop leaving that information out.
Somehow Palpatine had sex with somebody.
Look, all in all, like Jamie Lloyd, like
That was a great addition to the.
they
to the
they
franchise.
needed to expand on that more. And like I said, we'll get
No,
to that. But
That's I mentioned this in Halloween too. I felt like it was tacked on in that movie. Here they explore it a little bit more, and I liked.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
yes,
it. Kind of like it made it a little bit better in this one.
yeah.
And I really like the big sister, little sister relationship with Jamie and Rachel.
There's easy.
Easy. This is his favorite movie ever. Not even,
He came in just in time for
Yo,
the.
we're almost done with Halloween 4, but we all liked it pretty much. Easy. That's his favorite in the franchise.
That's his favorite.
It's his favorite movie ever.
Wait,
Well,
no,
Halloween, Halloween
I
5.
said
Yeah.
Halloween 5 was.
No. Halloween 4 is his favorite, but Halloween 5 is like his second favorite.
Oh, okay.
But this one is like his favorite movie like ever. in
Oh, well,
cinematic history.
he's not gonna like.
No.
He's not gonna like. He's gonna unfriend me after seeing.
You know what? This is perfect timing that we're almost done with Halloween 4. We're gonna get to Halloween 5 next. But
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
Despite the few flaws I mentioned, I do enjoy this movie a
Mhm.
lot. So yeah, those are my thoughts.
Okay.
All right. Anybody else has anything else before we
No,
go to the
I got
stats?
Stats. So
Right.
yes, this was
I've said everything I needed to say.
Okay.
yeah. So like Thomas had mentioned, it's 6 years after Halloween 3, so this is 1988. The budget was $5 million, so it was the highest budget so far for a Halloween film. And it earned $17.8 million, so it made more than the third film. The IMDb score is 5.8,
It's pretty low.
Wow.
and
Yeah.
tomato score is 33. So critics actually liked Halloween 3 more than Halloween 4.
Wow.
That's
yeah,
interesting.
53.
Wait, what was the score? The last score?
53 for the audience.
Okay.
And what was it for critics?
33.
You said that's lower than Halloween 3. That's it.
Yeah, Halloween 3 was 47. Was the critic score.
Interesting.
What does that say?
Critics,
I thought people wanted him back.
Yeah. Well, it did make more, so there's that.
yeah.
But that's a funny thing though. Like every time in documentaries when they talk about Halloween 4, like they always bring up, oh, Halloween 4 made so much more than Halloween 3. Like when you look at the numbers, not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
It made
Not
more, yes,
really.
but not but that much. It's like it doubled,
Yeah, like 3
So-
million more. And it cost
Yeah.
2 million more, so
So, I mean, that's always exaggerated. I feel when they talk about that, but whatever. One thing I'll mention, like actually, the first movie I ever saw with Danielle Harrison was "Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, man, that's an
There's
old
that
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and another movie she was in that I never realized till like a couple years ago. She was in Free Willy.
Yes.
Mhm.
She was in the opening. Like,
wow.
yeah, she was. So she was in a lot of stuff.
Once
back
upon
in
a
the day.
time in Hollywood.
No, but I'm talking about when she was a child actress. Like,
She has a
she was in lot
solid
of
page
stuff.
of acting credits.
It wasn't. She wasn't just in Halloween movies. She was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's
like
not mainly noted for. I mean,
Last Boy
I guess she's
Scout.
almost mainly noted for Halloween's. But
Last
Yeah.
Boy Scout, Mark for Death.
If you're in a franchise, horror franchise, you're gonna be known for that more than anything.
And don't forget,
like
and don't
Jamie Lee
forget her,
Curtis.
and don't forget her as well in Daylight.
Jamie Lee Curtis is well known for Halloween stuff more than she is her other horror movies, like Terror Train and
The
Prom.
Fog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is because which one's more iconic?
Yeah.
So that was Halloween 4 Return. So after Michael returned,
We get this fucking piece of shit.
Hold on. Well, yeah,
We get this.
yeah.
Oh man, that sounded wet.
After he decided to return, he decided to get revenge.
Okay, I like that poster though. I like the poster.
That is
It's
a
a
good
cool
poster.
poster, yeah.
That is a good
poster
poster.
looks cool.
This came out a year right after.
Yeah, it's almost like they filmed it back to back.
Yeah, because Jamie looks the same. She looks the same as she did in Halloween.
This JJ, the Roblox player.
Oh, you got a.
I think that's a troll.
It is.
Or bot. So
Can you please mute him?
yeah,
please?
that's
Thank
no
you.
blocked. Okay. Okay, he just says that he makes fun of 5-2. That is true. He does make fun of it, but he still like defends it anyway. It's like I don't know. It's kind of weird with him. He loves it, but he makes fun of it. But
That's why we love Heezy, though.
Yeah.
That's why we love him.
Go defend the movie in the chat, Easy, while we trash it. So okay, you know what, Thomas? Since you went right ahead with saying it's a piece of shit, you go first on this one.
Where do I fucking begin with this motherfucking piece of shit, dude? First off, they got the wrong director.
Yeah, Dominic Orenthal something.
Yeah, the same motherfucker that went on to direct Omen 4.
Yeah,
That piece of shit. That which was also a piece of shit.
he's like a French director.
Okay, so they took Halloween 4 and they fucked it up the ass with a fucking dildo with no fucking loop. It's basically what the fuck they
Why?
did.
Why do you think that?
Well, first off, they take all the characters that you really like in Halloween 4. They kill off Rachel, Ellie Cornell, which was fucking stupid. They're right there. And also, too, you make Jamie Lloyd a fucking mute. So, like, Jamie Lloyd, this character that you like in Halloween 4, she goes through all this shit, and then Halloween 5, they make her a fucking mute, and she has nothing to do. They make Dr. Loomis an asshole.
Yeah,
A huge motherfucking asshole. Horrible. Like Alex said in the chat, horrible fucking writing.
Making Loomis an asshole. Like, I see where Rob Zombie got his inspirations.
Oh yeah, with Malcolm McDowell, Malcolm McDowell as Dr.
Yeah.
Loomis. Yeah. Bona fide fucking asshole.
Damn fucking mute.
And one of the things too is like, this is like one of the things I appreciate when it comes to like Halloween with Friday the 13th, the remake and all that stuff. Like what they do with the characters, like what they do with Rob Zombie, like with the Halloween stuff. They made Michael Myers white trasher in this one. They make Michael Myers fucking cry.
Yep.
Which I thought was a fucking dumb idea. It's like, well, like Michael Myers is kind of a fucking pussy.
Well, they tried to make him more realistic, I guess. Down to earth, he's human.
Or human the human. That's another Rob Zombie reference.
He let's just say he had a what do you call that? A rebirth when he came back from being burned.
He was a retard.
He was the Thorn cult gave him emotions.
And not only that too, but this film at points is boring as fuck.
Oh my god,
But it is.
agree
That's
with you
the
for
shocking thing about it.
That's what this movie is. It's like a boring. It's something boring, and then something cool might happen. That's just a small thing, and then it goes to boring.
The pacing is awful.
The pacing is
the pacing
atrocious.
It's perfect. Yes,
Mhm.
pacing. That's the.
This might be one of the most boring like slasher films I think I've ever watched ever. like, and slasher films are not supposed
In this
to be boring.
franchise, I'll say.
Slasher films are not supposed to be boring. That's the problem. If you make a slasher film boring, then you got a problem. Then you must have fucked something up big time. Heezy says the chase in the laundry shit was trash.
Oh man, I'm just going back and forth with Heezy in the chat.
Well, okay, there is one scene that I like about that though, is the scene between Donald or Loomis and Michael was cool. I like that. I like the face to face with them. That was cool.
One of the only few moments in the film that's good. Yeah.
But yeah, when she's in the laundry chute, I'm like, can this just be over? Like, can she just get out of the damn chute and just, you know? Michael was bitch made in the moment with the tear.
Yes.
Michael was bitch made.
She said, "Yeah, that was tight."
Uh-huh.
Michael likes to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made Michael Myers a pussy by crying.
Mm-hmm.
I hated that aspect. It's like Michael Myers is supposed to be fucking like vicious and ruthless. He's not a fucking.
Thomas, what did you think of the mask?
I thought the mask in this sucked.
Yeah,
I think this is probably the worst looking mask of the whole franchise.
I mean,
it's one of the worst.
I mean, yeah.
It's definitely my least favorite mask.
I think I agree.
Yeah, I think I'd probably say that too.
Even
Curse of Michael Myers has a better mask, I think.
Definitely,
way better.
Halloween 6 definitely has a much better mask than this, and I thought, and I didn't like Don Shanks as Michael Myers.
I used to have the Halloween 6 mask, and let me tell you, it was so big I had to wear another like thing over my head for that thing to fit because it was like a fat.
It was
huge. It was like
Yeah.
it was like putting like an extra large Magnum condom on.
Fucking large Magnum condom.
She heard me.
We got children watching over here, Rob.
No, they're not in the room.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, whatever, Thomas. Like, you don't say stuff like that out loud.
What fucking ever. Yeah, but yeah, fuck Halloween 5. Fuck it up its fucking ass. Fuck it up its fucking cooter. God damn this motherfucking piece of shit.
Is there anything you like about this movie, Thomas? Like, at all?
Like the one thing that Rob mentioned that I like is when Loomis and Michael are like face
the little showdown at the end.
Did you know that they kill Ellie Cornell with scissors? Or does he?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Because Jamie Lloyd stabbed the mom with scissors.
Yeah, I never even thought of that. You're right.
That's kind of like instinct there, but
it's like only people die with scissors in this household.
He should just make that his new weapon.
I mean, he had the scalpel in part 2. Yeah, make
it.
Are you done, Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just to wrap up my whole thoughts on this.
So you like the movie?
No, it's fucking. Oh yeah, it's one of the best. It's the best of the franchise. Fuck the original. Fuck the original Halloween 2. But yeah, this movie fucking blows.
You're not fond of the movie.
Nah, this is the worst of the franchise.
This must be
the worst in the franchise. Whoa!
This must be Danielle Harris's easiest role. Because she didn't have to do a damn thing or say a damn thing.
Yeah, Danielle Harris.
Like 85% of the movie.
Easiest payday ever.
Half of the time she's going like this.
Yeah.
And then she's
not even gargling. It's just like
easiest fucking payday ever. You don't have to do shit.
Man,
let's back up a bit. Thomas said
powers. He can do this and you're a mute.
Let's back up a bit. Thomas, you said this was the worst in the franchise?
Well, of the original films.
Oh, the original? Okay.
I mean, I think Rob Zombie's Halloween films are trash, too.
I think we should
I'm talking about, like, the first, 7 movies.
Oops.
Are we gonna rank them when we're all done?
Yeah, when we're all done, we're gonna rank them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why
I don't
I
even-
feel like it's the worst of the
Give it away
first 7
too much.
movies.
I don't even have a ranking set up yet. By the way, I think
I don't either. I
mean, like, I
gotta-
still think Rob Zombie's.
I
films are
might change
worse.
my mind in a few movies.
Rob
not
Zombie's
my
films
mind,
are
but like
worse.
in ranking.
I mean, I think the Rob Zombies is clear. We all know.
Well, those,
that's-
Oh, we all know
still
those
think
are
they're the
good.
worst one.
yeah, that's news to me. My God.
I mean, like, I still think Rob Zombie's films are much worse, but I think out of the first 7, this is the worst one. Like, not including the remakes.
Okay, well,
Because
all right, we'll go up by that.
I just think, like, because, like, I know Resurrection is so shitty.
Oh,
Because
just say this, Thomas. This is the first bad one. And you're all right.
Yeah, this is the first bad one of the franchise.
so
It's
far,
quite-
out of the movies that
it
we've
is
talked
quite a
about,
stinker.
it is the first bad one.
It is
out of the
quite a
ones we
fucking
talked.
stinker.
I know some people here might disagree.
This is quite a stinker. It
Well,
puts
yeah,
a damper on Halloween.
there's
It puts a
fantasy
damper on
horror.
Halloween 4.
I like
characters that you like.
I like how we triggered Heezy and go like nah.
Yeah, fuck this movie. Fuck this
Okay,
movie.
Thomas doesn't like the movie.
Halloween 5 sucks.
Mhm.
It sucks worse than Kmart.
Okay, that should be in the tag in the review taglines in the Blu-ray Screen Factory Blu-ray. It should be like Halloween 5 sucks worse than Kmart. Thomas Horror Fan 34.
What the hell?
Oh, we have a visitor.
That scared me.
Like, it's evil. No, just kidding. All right. Dan, you can go next on Halloween 5. What
All
are
right,
your thoughts on?
cool. Yeah, so something that hasn't been mentioned yet is the whole beginning. I'm like, what? Michael was in a coma for a year.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? And like, all of a sudden, it's Halloween again, and he all of a sudden like comes back to life. How did he survive not eating?
Yeah, he
Well,
was
he was being attended to by that caretaker,
hermit.
homeless guy. He was taking care of him. He must have had IVs down there, and he must have had medication and maybe rats.
I
for him
hated
to eat.
that. I hated that because I'm like, he was laying there like, I mean, he literally was immobile. So how did he survive for a year? And then also, you guys mentioned how shitty the mask is. It's like he didn't even get a new mask. Wasn't that the? It's supposed to be the
It's supposed
same.
to be the same one.
It was hung up
worse
on a
than
damn
Thor.
rack. It was hung up on the rack like the guy had taken it off when he took care of Michael. But it's not the same. It's what the hell happened?
See,
And
what happened?
Oh, I know what happened. He made a new one while he was down there.
No. What happened was you saw at the beginning of this movie where what happens to him after the end of 4, where after he gets shot and falls down, he goes down the little stream or river. So the mask got wet and it stretched out.
Yeah, that Herman. It's not like he doesn't even. It's not like he wouldn't know about Michael Myers if he was in Haddonfield.
I'll tell you this.
I don't care if he's a hermit.
The beginning of 5 turns into an action film because once there's explosions and stuff, and he falls down that well and he's crawling to safety. I mean, it turns into an action film.
Are we supposed to be rooting for Michael now? What the hell?
Yeah, we're like, come on, Michael, get up.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that always bothered me. I also, something that hasn't been mentioned yet is like the whole ending, like on a cliffhanger, like, oh, he breaks, like the Thorn thing is kind of like, at this point, literally, you don't know much about Thorn, so it's like the movie ends with more questions than answers. All of a sudden, what?
Yeah.
And they didn't even have a plan, I don't think, at that point for the next movie. Maybe I'm wrong because the next movie came out 6 years later. So, but it is boring. All the characters are unlikable. Like even the characters you liked in 4, like Jamie and Loomis, it's like they made them worse.
What about the cops?
Oh, what about that kid that was like the sidekick, that little boy?
The Stutters?
Yeah, the
Billy.
Stutters kid.
What about him?
I mean, at least
He
he
was a
talked.
character too.
Oh, well.
What about the cops? Like, I wanted to know your opinion about that.
I'm trying to remember what.
They were like dumb.
Oh,
The
well,
bumbling cops.
Yeah, they bump.
You know what? I'll get into that when I go.
Yeah, and you're telling me after Halloween 4, no one went to try to find the body? Like, oh, it just washed down the river. Bye.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would have tried. Yeah, come on.
So
I didn't think about that. That's actually a problem.
yeah, I honestly, like, I gave this movie a 2.
That's being too kind.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
I give this movie a 2. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't have anything really nice to say about this movie. So the whole when she's crawling through the lint trap or whatever you want to call it,
What?
it's so boring. It's like, oh my god. I don't know. It's just there was like I don't know what like when they filmed it. I what were they thinking? Yeah,
The lint trap.
that's all I got. I don't have anything nice to say about this movie.
So you had no redeeming qualities.
No,
Okay.
I get a 2.
Oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
Give it a 2.
Well, what prevented you from giving it a 1 or a 0?
You got 2.
All right. All right. Go ahead, Rob. Your thoughts on Halloween 5?
I'm just gonna add on like there were some parts where the music I actually liked, and then there were some times where like the music didn't fit, especially
Yep.
like the parts with the cops and all that.
Yeah.
It just really pissed me off. Let's face it, the best part is the sex scene in the barn. After that, you can shut it off. You can watch boobies, and then
It's not even a good sex scene.
it's really not. No, it is kind of lame, actually.
The
Yeah.
sex scenes in the room are far better.
What is that weapon?
Pitchfork.
The
Scythe?
Scythe. So Michael is now
Scythe.
the Scarecrow. He's Scarecrow from Batman. So he uses that as a weapon.
He's the children of the corn.
It's a lot more badass than scissors, I tell you that. I mean, who the hell thought it was a good idea for Ellie Cornell to go out with scissors?
Oh yeah, see they went and did that, which I hate in all movies when like the hero from the last movie comes back and they kill him off like real early.
Yeah, you know what they fucking did? They redid Friday the 13th Part 2, where they kill off Alice.
Yeah.
It's the same thing what they did.
Or
with
Elm Street 4 with the Dream Warriors.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm talking. Friday 13th Part 2 is a perfect example. How you just bring back somebody and then you kill them off. You know, you finally got your revenge, I guess, because it's in the damn title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they dropped the whole plot of like, oh, Jamie killed her mom or like stabbed her mom, but then she's normal.
What happened with that?
She wasn't like she was mute, but like she wasn't like a deranged lunatic.
Right.
They just
it just seemed like Loomis was stupid in this too. Like he
yeah.
was just all like that one scene when him and Mike are face to face. That was cool.
Yeah, that's the only good thing, and that's the only good scene.
And he slashes him and then throws him across the room.
And then what's her name? Is it Wendy?
Tina.
Or Tina? Yeah.
Oh, Tina.
I thought she was annoying.
Oh, she's
Yes.
one of the worst characters ever.
Sorry, I mean,
yeah, like Jamie's supposed to like her because she was Rachel's friend. It's like
no, she wasn't even in the last movie, so who cares?
What did you think of Michael's mannerisms in this? Like the way he walks, the way he
wasn't.
I thought Don Shanks was a horrible Michael Myers.
I didn't like him.
I mean, like I said, when they're in that house with the garbage chute or whatever it is, the chute,
Garbage chute.
the dryer.
Oh, the lint trap.
Laundry chute.
His mannerisms there are fine, but earlier on in the movie, it's like it's different. Like he I don't know. He doesn't act. It doesn't seem like he acts like Michael, even when he's holding the big thing, the scythe or whatever that is. But there, look, it's almost like I said, pacing. There's a good thing, then it's bad all the way. Then a good thing, and then it's like I don't know. It's terrible pacing. It's probably one of the worst paced Halloween films.
Slow.
Yeah.
Not just like one of the worst paced Halloween films, but like one of the worst paced slasher movies.
That was one thing I forgot about it after I saw it like a couple years ago again. Like,
when Loomis yells at Jamie and starts throwing shit around his. Wait, what? I don't even remember that part.
That's when he's yelling at her. It's like right.
Oh yeah, he's like getting mad.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Why are you defending him?
Yeah. You're a doctor. Take things slow.
And then you see that nurse going like, Dr. Loomis, leave the little girl alone.
You guys give me 1 second. I'm gonna let Oliver out to go.
All right, go ahead.
That scene would never fly today.
I like how Loomis was using her as
it doesn't fly. It didn't fly back then.
Yeah, he used her as bait. Well,
Yeah, that's
oh my God.
Loomis wouldn't do that. Come on.
I'm
when he
done with
at the end when he grabbed her, like, come on, Michael, she's right here, come and get her.
that makes me even more mad. Now I'm gonna take that movie out of the box set and burn the hell out of it. That's not. My God.
Shitty sequel dies tonight.
I mean, I think the title, I think the title's cool, like The Revenge of Michael Myers, but it's like there's really no revenge. It's like
Or Rachel, maybe.
He kills Ellie Cornell.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know.
that's it. That's the only revenge he got.
Yeah.
So, it's like,
So I don't know. Yeah. Oh no. I did.
oh,
I
maybe he
didn't
got.
care.
You know what? He got some revenge for against the cops, I guess. You could say that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh no. It was whatever. I
Yeah,
mean,
you didn't like it. Okay, I agree pretty much everything you guys just said. Every single thing. The one thing you guys didn't touch upon, a couple of things. The house, the Myers house. What happened? It's not. It doesn't even look even remotely the same at all. The house in the original, it was a normal house. Here it's like a damn mansion.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Not even
Yeah, I forgot about that.
They
Yeah,
didn't
it
even
don't even look. Yeah,
at all. Like they didn't even try.
it don't even
know,
look like it.
It obviously seemed like well, the director who made this, he hadn't even seen any of the Halloween movies before this. It's clear, you can tell. Yeah,
he got his revenge on cops, but I'm talking about getting his revenge on characters that basically
Loomis
screwed him over in the last movie.
and Jamie. Yeah, he
Yeah,
didn't get revenge on them.
I mean, you got Loomis, you got Rachel, and then you got Jamie. So he basically got his revenge on Ellie Cornell.
Yeah, that's it, really.
Yeah.
Let's see. That's one thing. You guys mentioned the cops for a bit. Yeah, one of the things that makes those characters awful, the stupid clown music, circus music it plays every time they show up.
God.
That is so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you even have that? Like, it's
Ugh.
like what? Like, it's one of those things. Like, what were you thinking? What were you smoking when you're writing that? When you putting that in the editing room, in the post production? You guys said like killing off Rachel was dumb. Just like the way she goes out. Tina, one of the worst. Final. I don't know if you can even call her final girl. Characters in a horror movie. So annoying throughout. So I'm glad she died at least. So, I know like people who like defend this movie, they always say like, "Oh, it was a great moment. She saved Jamie's life, sacrificed herself." Like, no, she was annoying throughout the whole movie. If it was Rachel, maybe I probably would have cared. But no, it's Tina who wasn't even in the last movie. It's like
How can you defend anything in this movie?
Someone in the chat is doing it right now. Yeah, the Herman thing is idiotic. Like we mentioned the pacing. It just the whole barn scene just drags.
Yeah, that whole party. Oh my god.
That just drags on and on and on. It's like, oh my, the fake outs really get on your nerves. The whole fake outs in the barn. Like, oh, the jump scare. Like, and then like when the boyfriend. Oh, okay. All Rachel's friends are annoying as fuck in this movie. Not just Tina.
Like, no one's
not just Tina, but Tina's boyfriend and her friend and her boyfriend. Like, they're so annoying. So it is a trap what horror franchises get into. Like, oh, when you get into farther in a horror series, like characters get unlikable, like you said, and then you just can't wait till they die. No, Heezy, it's not Bernatio. Get the fuck out of here.
Coming off the last film, it's like you're watching two different movies where the other one leaves off with a cliffhanger and it continues here. It's like it doesn't continue here. This is like a totally different realized vision.
Yeah,
like
they did not bring back the same director. They did not bring back the same writer. So you feel the difference.
Yes.
It's a huge step down. Let's see what else. You guys were mentioning the ending, which they kill off Sheriff Meeker, who was a great character in the last one off screen.
Yes.
It's like, and he wasn't in this as much as the last one, but I still kind of liked him. he does try, but like Loomis like an idiot. Oh my god. At the end, with the whole he sets up his own trap with the chain. What it's
Yeah.
called like what net chain net, and just shoots him with what do you call those?
Tranquilizers?
Tranquilizers, and just beats him up with the 2x4. Like really, really, man, come on, so lame. Um, let's see, and the jail scene. It's just okay. That image of Michael in the jail, just with chains on. He's like this. It's wrong. Just wrong. Just wrong. No, you guys already mentioned the crying scene. Come on, just seriously.
I like how they show like when he escaped jail, like it just shows an empty cell, and it's just like dun, 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 dun. It's like oh, that's intimidating. Right?
I will say, even though Loomis is extremely unlikable in this movie, I still feel Donald Pleasance gives it his all,
Yeah.
performance-wise.
There was nothing wrong with him, but his character was an asshole.
And Donald Pleasance did go on record that he was not happy with Halloween 5.
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah,
I'll bet
and
yeah, a lot of people that they weren't happy with Halloween.
according to Daniel Harris, like he was drinking a lot in this movie.
I bet Danielle Harris probably wasn't even happy.
Yeah,
with
she said that she liked her experience. She liked 4 better than 5.
Yeah,
that's what she said. She was trying to be nice about it, but
tell it like it is, like Tony Moran does.
Yeah. No, you'll get in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys mentioned the mute and stuff, and the little kid that stutters. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Every misstep they could have done.
Did she really have to be muted throughout the whole and almost the entire movie?
Every time she has she's linked mentally with
should've
Michael. She's linked mentally with Michael. It's like, where'd that come from? Like out of nowhere.
They're force linked.
Yeah.
They're a dyad.
A
dyad.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Bill Denborough, by the way.
Now we can see where JJ got his inspirations.
Oh, for sure.
Halloween 5. God. And yeah, the ending ends like Dan mentioned, like it leaves more questions than answers. Because throughout the movie, we get this mysterious man in black, no explanation. Who is he?
He looks stupid too.
It's like
Cowboy
what?
Kid Boy.
Yeah, who dresses like that?
Yeah, and it's like and the making of this movie, and behind the scenes of making this movie, they said they had no idea who he was. Even the writers didn't know who the character. Like they just made him up at the spot. And why would you do that?
They had more of a character development for Colonel Cochran in Halloween 3 than this dumbass.
Yeah,
like
it's true. So it's like they clearly didn't know what they were doing with this movie at all.
They can shove Silver Shamrock up their twat.
All right. Overall, yeah, this movie sucks, dude. It's just terrible.
Fucking trash.
It's huge. It's a huge step down from the last one.
Huge pile of turd on this fucking franchise.
Yeah, Revenge of Michael Myers. If you want to get revenge, throw this shit out. That's like.
I was gonna say it has one good scene between two characters, and that was when Loomis talking to Meeker, and he's telling him, like, "Don't you remember what happened to your daughter?" Like, of course I remember. And then he says like I pray that Michael Myers burns in hell, but I know hell would not take him. That's actually a really good line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will admit that.
And then Don Pleasant sells the shit out of it with his performance. But if it was, I wish it was in a better movie, in an actual good movie. But you take what you can get, man.
Get a better writer and get a better director.
Yeah, people who actually care about continuity.
Yeah, like get
the house just bothers me, dude.
Get someone who's competent as Dwight H. Little.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, overall, I hated this movie. It's terrible, and it's first huge misstep in the franchise, which, for the record, it has not recovered since because of this movie. It started a huge just
snowball,
a shit snowball, and then decided to retcon later on because this movie was the beginning of that. But yeah, we'll get into that in one of the later films. So yeah, I didn't like this. None of us like this movie. You just thumbs down.
I can't
Terrible.
say I like it. No.
terrible film. Mhm. So yeah. Anyone have anything else?
Nope.
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 Okay, I'll say one more thing. Every time they do like a prankster wearing a Michael Myers mask in one of these movies, why is it always the exact same one that Michael was wearing? That makes no sense. Especially since his mask changed between 4 and 5. The guy who's playing pranks, he's wearing the exact same mask. Why? That makes no sense at all.
I think at times though the music was okay in this movie.
Yeah, it was over. Yeah,
At times it didn't work, but
And it was, since I mentioned it was a year right after the part 4, it was hugely rushed,
and
heavily rushed.
the Thorn has its own theme too, like its own thing.
Does it?
Yeah, like when he enters the jail, the
Yeah.
Man in Black. There's like another theme playing. Like I think that's
And it goes in slow motion, which is weird.
yeah.
Why did he get off a bus when he had those spurs? He should have been riding a horse.
Doesn't he have a car?
No,
No, it makes even less sense when we find out who it is in the next one.
he's part of an organization that has jack shit.
What were the people on the 2-hour bus ride thinking when he was sitting there?
They probably think he does his Halloween costume.
He got changed in the bus bathroom.
You can hear him coming a mile away with his stupid spurs. Clean.
Yeah, which is funny because the person who played
on a horse in this movie.
the person who played the Man in Black in this movie was Don Shanks as well.
Yeah.
So it's like they're thinking it could be Michael's twin brother. Like that's so dumb.
Wasn't there a thing with horses in this movie though, where she touched Jamie, or is that? Am I thinking of something else?
You're thinking of the Rob Zombie one?
Oh no! I'm not. I'm talking about like when she like tries to touch the horse and the horse is like.
Yeah, there was.
Wasn't there a horse scene? I thought there was.
Yeah,
I was thinking
a barn.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't even remember that.
Scared of her.
I don't even remember that.
Even the horses don't like her.
The white horse don't like her.
The horses don't like the Thorn.
Even the white horse says like this movie sucks.
White horse. Yeah.
All right. Stats.
All right. So yes, as
0.
we've all said, it came out a year after 4, so in 1989. It had a slightly higher budget. I don't know where that money went. 5.5 million.
Paydays.
Cocaine. A lot of cocaine.
And it went to Donald Pleasant's
It went to the
alcohol.
Man in Black's outfit.
So 5.5 budget, and it made 11.6 million. So it actually did make money, surprisingly.
It went to
Yeah.
the mute bed. It went to the
But-
mute bed that Jamie was in.
But to this day, it's the lowest grossing Halloween movie.
IMDb 4.9. That's generous.
Yeah.
Very.
Tomato score is 12,
Well,
and the audience score is 36.
12.
12.
12.
I go with the critics.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that was Halloween 5. Revenge of Michael Myers. Revenge of crap.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah. So, after this movie came out and bombed, wouldn't you have a Halloween movie for 6 years?
6 years.
Until
Which-
95.
Yeah, which makes sense because this movie next up is part 6.
I remember when
years.
this movie came out, like you were at Family Video.
Or R&R.
Or
Ah.
oh yeah, and it was on the shelf, and I remember seeing it. Like, wait, what? Like Halloween Curse of Michael Myers? Like,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. This is the first one that without the numbers.
Yeah. So then they had to go and mess it up.
What was I gonna say? Okay. So thankfully, we didn't get the same director from Part 5. We got Joe Chappelle, who ended up directing Hellraiser,
You're the bomb and Phantoms, yo.
Phantoms, and Hellraiser 4.
Oh, Hellraiser
yeah.
4 Bloodline.
Oh, yeah, he finished
He did
up
Hellraiser 4
Hellraiser 4,
Bloodline?
yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because who
That movie wasn't that
Hellraiser 4?
And this was written by Daniel
Watch Hellraiser
Ferentz.
4 at your house.
Oh, yeah. That's one line.
Yeah.
Me and Alex were talking before the stream. We were talking about how Daniel Ferentz, who wrote the film,
Yeah.
He's the same guy that's going on to direct like a lot of those cheap, low budget like serial killer movies,
Yeah, right now that's
like
what
the
he's doing.
Eileen Wuornos film they did with Peyton List from Cobra Kai and Chad Michael Murray for Ted Bundy.
And the Haunting of Sharon Tate. That's what he's doing.
Oh
now.
yeah, with Haley Duff,
Yeah.
Sharon
So-
Tate. Yeah,
This, you know what? I'll go first in this one because this one I have an interesting history with this one. Halloween,
Okay.
Christopher Michael
Do
Myers.
explain.
Huh?
Do explain? Yes.
Okay, Halloween, Christopher Michael Myers is not only the first Halloween movie I saw, but it was
Oh my god.
it was the first horror movie I saw. Actually,
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'll keep talking. Yeah, this
Wow, this is the first one you saw.
yeah, this is the
Man.
first horror movie I saw and the first Halloween movie I saw. I remember as a kid watching it on VHS. I remember everything about it, but for some reason I do not remember Loomis being in it. Like that character, his character was a blank.
Well, he's not in it a lot though.
I know, but like, that's the thing. Like, and then remember, and then when I saw the originals, and then I saw this one again, I was like, oh, he's in this too. you know,
Yeah.
It's like I remember everything, like all the other characters. Paul Rudd, before he was famous. As Tommy Doyle. I remember like, the moments and everything. I was scared of the movie because it. And also, okay, I'll say this: this is not a good movie, but I prefer it a lot more than Halloween 5. I'll say that, and I don't think this is one of the worst in the franchise. I'll just say that too.
There are actually things that I like.
Yeah, I do too.
I actually like in this movie. But,
The worst part about it is the Thorn stuff.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
It's really the worst thing about this movie. Because I look at it this way: if you remove all the Thorn stuff out of this movie, and it's just how Michael Myers comes back looking for Jamie or looking for the Strode family, and you have the same other characters, same kills and everything, it's an alright movie. I feel.
I agree. Yes, you cut all that out. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, in the theatrical version, and especially the British version, the Thorn stuff is prominent in the film, and that's what brings the movie down. Yeah, but I do like Paul Rudd is It took me a while to warm up to him because I didn't like him for the longest time as Tommy Doyle. The way he acts in the movie is a little odd, but it makes sense because he's suffering from PTSD after
Traumatic experience.
dealing with Michael Myers when he was a little kid. And I do like the Carol Strode in this movie. She actually did a good job. She was a lot better than anybody from Halloween 5. But her dad's the biggest asshole ever, though.
Yeah, he had a good death scene though.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, come up and it's karma. Yeah, and I like the atmosphere to this movie. Like, really, and that's one thing we didn't really mention in part 4 and 5. They do get the fall setting really well in this movie too. I really like that the mood to this film. And sadly, this was the last Halloween movie with Donald Pleasance.
Yes.
And he did a really good job. And he was up there in age. I mean, this was
You could
filmed
tell.
this. Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, but he still.
Didn't Donald Pleasance pass away the same year as this came out?
I believe so.
Yeah, like right after they finished filming.
Yeah, because there's the endings, of course, the different.
Yeah,
endings.
we'll get to that. Yeah, like even though he was up there in age and he was in his last year in life, he still really gave a good performance in this movie.
He did.
I agree. Yeah.
The one thing though, and maybe it had to do with his age, he didn't get a final confrontation with Michael in this movie.
No.
He did not have one scene with Michael in this movie, which is kind of sad. They kind of wish they had a one final so honestly the final conversation they had with Michael was at the end of Halloween 5. That makes me sad.
And he beat him.
But that makes me sad because that was a lame way to go.
True.
So yeah,
Definitely a better usage of Loomis in here than the other one.
There's oh yeah, I felt like this was the Loomis that we saw in the first 2 films.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a little out there, but he was more focused and
like honestly, he
Exactly.
reminded me of a maybe slow down version of Halloween 4's Loomis. Like,
yeah,
that's how he reminded me here.
Yeah, and he's not scarred anymore. He doesn't have the burns anymore. Which is they don't explain it in the theatrical cut, but in the producer's cut, he explained that he had surgery. They spent all his money.
See, that's why the producer's cut and the theatrical, there are good and bad in both. And if they feel
Yes, I agree.
it would be. I think it would actually be pretty decent. But,
Yeah, just take out the Thorn stuff.
yeah,
Completely.
exactly.
Completely, yeah. I'll say also, the movie's not boring. It goes in a good pace, but it has a bad third act. Either version, whichever you see, I don't like either third act. Because you get
The
into
ending
Thorn.
is definitely
The
messed
third
up.
Very
act
lame.
is your typical. He's coming after you.
Yeah.
He's
It has good.
running.
Okay, I'll say that it has good moments. The theatrical cut of the third act has better moments, and the producer's cut.
And the thing is, with the producer's cut, the one thing that has a more improvement over the original cut is that there's more Dr. Loomis.
There is more. There are more scenes. I feel. Yeah. Also, okay, like that scene where he's walking through the hospital in the theatrical cut, that's really creepy.
Yeah,
It
it's,
is.
And I really like George P. Wilbur's performance in this one a lot more
One
than
of
I
my
did in Thorn.
favorite scenes is when he's cutting up all the doctors.
Yeah, even though the editing is a little
It's fast,
Little
but
wonky.
it's
fast, too wonky,
little
yeah.
wonky.
Because it was a
It's still-
reshoot, so
it's still awesome. The fact that he's in there randomly just killing them.
it wasn't a Josh Whedon type reshoot. It was just a Weinstein type of reshoot, you know.
The Joss Whedon type reshoot. I like that.
Yeah. No, this one it wasn't a Josh Whedon reshoot. It was a Weinstein reshoot. So take it as you take that as what you can take. And the moment and also in the actual cut at the ending where he's trying to go after the little kid. That's really creepy.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's really good. It has those good. Like, the actual cut has plenty of good moments that the producer cut does not have. Like the barn scene with Jamie, even though I hate the fact that they killed her off. It's more. I feel like the theatrical cut version of that barn scene is scarier.
It's brutal, yeah.
It's brutal, but it's also scary when he's walking around the barn and she's trying not to make noise. Like,
Yeah,
that's really good. Like barns in general are creepy. You know, they just are.
the fact that she's got the baby is even more startling because the baby's making noise.
Okay, I take that back.
Right.
Barn scenes are creepy unless you're Halloween 5.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the fact
It was
that
a lot
she
better
leaves
in
the
this
baby in that thing, like, man,
Yeah.
that took guts too. That took guts to just leave
Uh,
it.
Okay, I'll say this: like nobody, but that's the one thing that makes any sense. Nobody in the bus station hears the baby crying.
Yeah, exactly.
Until Tommy shows up in the morning.
Yes.
That baby was there all night, all morning. Nobody noticed. I guess he must have been sleeping. I think the baby must have been sleeping.
Or people or that's
There's blood trails in the ground and the floor, and nobody notices. Only Tommy.
Someone had their period.
Is this turning red?
Mommy, it's raining red.
Oh my god, yes. That scene, it's dumb, dude. I can't lie. Like, come on, little girl, you're stupid.
They're all stupid.
Yeah. And I'll say one last thing. He's gonna agree with this, disagree with this, but Barry Sim rules. the radio guy, he's funny, dude. I like him. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk, but come on, he's better than anybody in Halloween 5. I'll say that. So, yeah, that's more about thoughts. I think this is not a great movie, but it has good moments, and maybe if you mix the best stuff, like Rob said, the best stuff in the producer's cut and the best stuff in the theatrical cut, splice them together, you might have a good movie here.
I guess if there was any way that you can like make your own cut and
Yeah, you know what? Let's make the movie Busters cut.
I'll bet someone has done that. Like I'll bet
Probably.
someone has.
because people have made cuts of like Friday the 13th Part
Yeah,
7.
now that you have
cut.
two versions of the movie, you can work with that.
You can like make because I've seen people like combine like work prints and uncut versions and things like that.
Another moment I'll say that was really creepy, especially when I saw it as a kid, was when he killed that nurse at the beginning with the spike.
Oh
Comes out
yeah,
from the shadows, like, okay, he's acting like the Shape again. Like, I like that. That was really good. So yeah. Who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay, go ahead, Dan.
I actually like this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
I feel like Michael is like the most intimidating in this film. I feel of all the movies, and maybe that was maybe a slightly out of character, because he was
No,
like
he's supposed to be intimidating.
right, but he was like a brute. What I mean in this movie, like he was huge, like a big guy.
He gained weight.
They must have fed him good in the hospital.
I mean, he does
6
look a
years.
lot bigger.
The mask, I actually think it's not like my favorite, but I actually again think it was intimidating and kind of cool.
It's a good mask.
I like this mask a lot more than the mask in 4 and 5.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, the
especially
poster,
a lot better
the
than
poster's
5.
cool. I think
Yeah.
for this movie,
He's got black gloves on.
I like the mask in 4 better, but I do like this one better than Halloween 5.
Mm.
Oh, anything is better than that Halloween. I think Resurrection's mask is far better than 5.
Oh,
Wow.
cool.
yeah, I think Alex, you hit it on the nose as far as the Thorn stuff goes. Because if you took that stuff out, I mean, honestly, the actors all do a really good job. Like,
Yeah, the
all
acting's not bad.
I mean, even like
The Strode family.
yeah, and even like her friends
Yeah.
that get killed in the house, like they act like a kid, like they act like teenagers would act, I guess. But the pacing, everything was a lot. It was a night and day between the last movie and this movie. And I wanted to mention the music. It's I remember I think I liked it more so when I was younger. Like, the electric guitar, like doing the Halloween thing.
It's so of the time. 90s
Yeah,
extreme. Yeah.
Yes, so and exactly what you said. It was definitely with the time. I don't care for it as much now, but it's not terrible.
The
I
music-
do like What?
The music in the producer's cut is a lot better. It's more of the original score. More like the Alan
Definitely.
Howarth score, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the producer's cut. Definitely does even more with the Thorn stuff at the end, which makes it that ending is not as good. And
No.
Alex, you already kind of touched on it. Yeah, like the third act, it's just kind of messy. You can tell, like, I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe I'm wrong, but like I think Donald Pleasance was too ill to maybe come back to do.
No. When they did the reshoots, he already had passed away.
Okay, right. So I think that's why it's so choppy at the end.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they didn't know how to wrap it up. Because it doesn't feel, it feels like what? Like, okay, this kind of came out of nowhere. Like, we're going to inject him, and like then they leave, and Donald Pleasance goes back, and you just hear him scream. It's just kind of like.
You know what's funny
Yeah.
about that? For years, at the ending of the theatrical cut, I used to think that was Michael screaming.
That's dumb.
I thought he was screaming because he lost. Like, I didn't get the baby. Ah!
He's not Rob Zombie's Michael Myers.
I know, that's true.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I just remember watching this and feeling like at that time, I was the most intimidated by Michael in this movie. Honestly, like he just seemed like he was unstoppable. Obviously, he was like kind of superhuman, but like I just felt like the guy, whoever played him,
George P. Wilbur.
Yeah, George Wilbur. Yeah.
Okay, maybe it was the mask, but he seemed bigger in this movie.
He was bigger. That's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, he was.
And then Bob, you always mention this. I don't want to take this away from you, but the scene when he's taking out all those doctors and he's chasing that one down the hallway, Michael moves kind of quick.
Yeah.
I remember you always point out, you're like, that's scary. Like he's just.
Yeah, but it's kind of a character for him, though. I'm not gonna lie.
It is, and it's.
But I mean, it's random though. That's what I like about it. Like he's saying, he moves quicker, but when he's chasing Jamie, he's going slow.
Yeah.
So it's like
That's the only time. I think that was the only time he ever like kind of like came fast at somebody.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have much more to add. I mean, Alex, you covered a lot of it, but I do. I mean, I probably enjoy this one as much as I do Halloween 4, and I like Halloween 4. So
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. This is a question for everybody here. Do you guys like Paul Rudd as Tommy Doyle?
He's not bad.
I think he's fine.
He's all
Not
right.
bad.
Okay.
He's all right.
Wouldn't be my first choice, but he's not bad.
I thought he really did come off like he had PTSD, like you said. I mean, I believed him.
Yeah.
Which explains his performance is kind of out there. You know,
Yeah,
compared to his like his performances in like, later on in his career, where he's just mostly comedic anyway.
Yeah.
But
He kind of acts. He acts like more like Paul Rudd that we know at the ending of the theatrical cut. When he's like, "Michael, you won."
Yeah.
Yeah, like even the actress that played Jamie did a good job, but agreed with you guys again. It's like they
Killed her off.
right in the
You
it's,
got to do that to bring in like new characters. It's like
You don't have to kill off the old characters right
you
away,
don't
though.
have to, but it's like
that's what their thought
the
is.
past is dead, kill it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Nice job, Weinstein. Or was it Joe Chappelle? I don't know whose decision was. Because Daniel Farrens has gone on record that he wrote a lot. There was a lot of drafts to this movie, and some of them included Jamie at the end helping Loomis
I
try
would
to
have
kill Michael.
preferred that.
Yeah.
How about the
There's-
fact that Michael was incestual with Jamie?
Jamie did not.
Yeah, that's another thing. Why?
Jamie didn't need to do her dirty like that. I just
Because
felt
I know that's not really in the. That's more of like in the producer's cut.
Yeah,
But
because in the actual cut, I always assume it was Wynn or some other Thorn member did that.
I mean, that was dumb too. Like, oh, Wynn, who was in the first movie, like just a doctor, like all of a sudden he's like, oh,
Yeah.
guess what? I've been Thorn this whole time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm the mole. Or-
I think
or-
it works a little bit better in the producer's cut because you see him throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I think they realized the Thorn crap wasn't working, but they
'cause-
filmed too much of it to take it out.
in the producer's cut, you really get the sense of him and Loomis are friends and they had a history
did.
together. And all that.
They didn't do the Thorn thing right. I mean, I understand there's a force that's driving Michael so that it implies that, okay, we have kind of an explanation on his freakish strength, how he's kind of like superhuman in that way. So this Thorn thing is driving him, but it's like, I don't think they did that. They didn't do it enough to explain, as a whole. Like, is Michael an entity?
The old lady explained it in the movie, didn't she?
Not really.
See, the voice that told them to kill his family.
Yeah.
So if the voice is telling him
That lady was creepy, dude.
that has nothing to do with his freakish strength and everything.
Hey, how come the Thorn? How come when he talked, he was like, "Kill for me, Daddy.
Kill for me. Kill for me.
Why did he have that voice? He wasn't Scream.
He wasn't screaming. This was the predecessor to Scream. The voice.
That's where Ghostface got his idea.
Yeah, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to like Dr. Wynn.
Oh my god.
The funny thing about that, not that you mentioned it, when they find out about the Thorn, the Loomis and Tommy and all them, like when they're in the house, like who else knew about the baby? And then you hear his voice like, Danny, come to me. But then it's Wynn, like he doesn't have a voice changer.
Hello, Danny.
That's kind of funny. I always interpret like we hear that voice, like the audience hears that voice, but not like that deep voice, but the characters hear a regular voice. I don't know.
Don't try to stick up. Don't try to make.
I'm trying to make sense of it,
That's all I got.
That's the thing. I think that's the problem with the movie is that Daniel Farrens tried to make sense out of everything that happened in the past movies, logically. Like, how does Michael know how to drive? Well, it was the Thorn, I don't know.
Thorn.
Rupert Thorn.
All right, who wants to go next? Thomas, Rob?
I just have some quick thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
No one's talked about this, but I feel like this is like one of the goriest Halloweens.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
about that.
Bloody, gory. It's really good practical effects. Like it's like I said, with the guy's head exploding and
Yeah.
just like when he's cutting up all those doctors and stuff. Like it's really cool stuff.
A lot of the gore stuff was the reshoots.
Yeah.
The theatrical cut.
But I think that was a good addition. I really do like that. I always talk about, Jamie. I wish they wouldn't have killed her off. That they would have done something else with her. But again, they're bringing in new characters. I do agree with Dan that he is intimidating in this. And I never said really that I did not really care for this film. There's certain things that I don't like, but as a whole, I don't think this film is that bad. I prefer this over Halloween 5. But there, the whole Thorn business is not really my cup of tea, and it obviously is not a lot of people's cup of tea. So if they would have cut that out, it would have been better. I do like the soundtrack to this. I don't know if Dan remembers this. I got the CD soundtrack. I always listen to it all the time. You probably got sick of it. You're probably like, you're not my friend.
Nope.
And
You probably wanted to break it, didn't you?
I'm like, oh, listen to this, man. Oh, this is the new improved version of Halloween. And you're just like, well, I prefer Halloween 2.
I like Halloween 6 is way better than 2 for me.
No, I was just kidding. I do like Alan Howarth's take on this. And and the producer's cut, obviously, there's a lot more original theme, but that's fine. But this movie, like, I feel like the good stuff is like underrated in a way. Like this movie, I remember renting it from the store and being like, wow, like this is actually kind of scary. It's actually kind of like Michael's back to how he was in the first 2 films, it seems like, in ways. He felt like the Shape. The Mask, I gotta say, when I first saw The Mask, I did not really care for it because I thought it was way too big. But as I got older, I'm like, this mask is kind of freaking intimidating. It's so scary looking. And I think the fact that George Wilbur, when he was as big as he was, it kind of fit the mold. I don't know if he has a fat head or what, but honestly, it looked perfect. And the fact that he was bigger was kind of more intimidating. But like this movie overall, like, I don't think it is that bad. I think it's fine at best. But that's all I really have to say.
Which version do you honestly prefer, like the producers or the theatrical?
There are more Thorn stuff in the producers, so I would say if you're gonna take all the tallies and put them together, I would say I'd like the theatrical more.
I think I like the producers cut a little bit more because it has better stuff. Like they fixed a lot of stuff, but like I said, it has more Thorn stuff, which makes it go down. So it kind of almost evens out a bit.
There are people out there that will say like both versions suck. Then there's people out there that say, well, the producer's cut, didn't do anything for them. But that's the problem. There are good things and bad things in both. So it's like, how do you'd have to go through the entire movie and write down negative, positives, and see what outweighs.
I should do that. I think I did that once, but I forgot everything. Like I will say, there's a lot of people who prefer the producer's cut like a lot more.
This isn't like the Rocky 5 work print, where the work print actually has a lot more good stuff and character,
or the Snyder cut,
like that comparison. So it's
or the Snyder cut.
It's hard. What?
The Snyder cut.
Well, there's no.
Those are like different movies.
You can't even say that because the Snyder cut is the only version. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Hey, you live in fantasy land then.
I heard this was other Justice League movie where Batman says, "Oh yeah, something's definitely bleeding." He laughs like an idiot. Like I'm glad I never saw that. I tell you. Oh.
You must have had nightmares of it then. It's not real.
No, it was word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Okay. All right. So we've been a little more positive with this movie so far, but Thomas is not
off of a garbage chute.
Thomas has a more negative opinion about this movie. So go ahead.
It's just
Thomas.
like
Jamie went down there with garbage.
The most negative is all the Thorn shit. Like that's the biggest problem. It's like with all this Thorn shit, it kind of ruins a lot of the movie because like the Thorn stuff is so ridiculous. Right. Like it's such a ridiculous plot line that kind of dampers the rest of the movie, and especially when you watch it, even though the producer's cut has a lot more Loomis, it also has tons more of the Thorn shit, and that kind of overshadows a little bit the Dr. Loomis stuff, and it kind of ruins the producer's cut. I don't understand how people like the producer's cut more. I mean, if there was a way for me to do a theatrical cut and mix that in with the Dr. Loomis stuff and the producer's cut, then you would get, and you would pretty much get a decent, okay movie because in comparison to Halloween 5, like definitely far better characters. As much as I think Paul Rudd is just okay as Tommy Doyle, he's a whole lot better than anybody that was in Halloween 5, without a doubt.
And we'll get to the other Tommy Doyle and later in the series.
Oh yeah, Anthony Michael Hall. But George P. Wilbur comes back as Michael, does a good job. Definitely a far better mask than 5. And for people who are wondering out there, Joe Chappelle is not related to Dave Chappelle, in case you're wondering.
No, it's not. Okay. I have one more thing. This movie at least is tonally consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tonally, yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, I just think the biggest problem, the reason why it's so negative for me is because of the Thorn plot line.
Yeah, because we're talking before we started the show. You don't like either version.
No, because
so see, so you're like me with Justice League. I don't like either version.
Well, it's kind of like the producer's cut sucks because like you get more of the Thorn shit, and the producer and the theatrical cut, it's just like there's not really much of Loomis. I think that's the biggest thing. Like there's
it's
really
more choppy,
a lot more choppier, but I think there are good aspects to both cuts. And that's why I'm saying, like, if there was a way for me to combine both cuts, like, you can take like, the good stuff from both cuts.
You made it seem like earlier. I mean, as long as I've known you, you've always kind of always said, "I don't like either." Yeah, you really don't like either version.
Well, neither one's that good of a movie, but in comparison to 5, like, it's a masterpiece compared to 5. But I feel like either way, both are not really great movies because. The thing is, like, the Thorn plot line, like I said, is just such a dumb idea. And it's like, if they just would have stuck with Michael Myers just going after, like you said, like, you know, the Jamie Lloyd or, you know, just being a regular thing like that, then I don't think it would be... I think it'd be okay at best.
That's the thing with this movie. Because of Halloween 5, they had to answer all those questions.
Right.
All that crap in Halloween 5, they had to justify it. So they were in the corner. They were stuck in the corner that honestly they weren't gonna get out. But the best maybe they could have in that situation.
I think Joe Chappelle did the best he could trying to address everything.
Do they explain when Michael first got the Thorn mark?
They said they made it seem like he always had it.
Yeah, but don't you think Loomis would have known that since he was his doctor for what? 15?
Well, that's the thing. In Halloween 5, it just shows up out of nowhere.
It's in Halloween 4, isn't it?
No, it's not Halloween 4. It's Halloween 5.
They show it in Halloween 5 when he touches.
When he wakes up.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden it's there.
But I'm saying he had to have gotten that brand.
That's why, it doesn't make sense.
It's a tattoo, right? It's a tattoo.
Yeah, it's like a tattoo.
Yeah.
He had to have gotten that after he escaped from the Institute.
Yeah,
because they would have known. They would have known. Like Loomis, how he's not a kid getting a tattoo.
Yeah, but like that's why the Thorn stuff doesn't make any sense.
I know that. That's why I'm trying to make sense of it, but it doesn't.
You can't. You can't. It's impossible.
Well, Loomis would be like, "What's that on your hand or on your arm?"
Oh, you know what's funny? It'll be like, you know what? It'd be like, Dan, this is for you. This is it's like in The Simpsons. Like you never saw the crayon in Homer's brain. It's like we always didn't notice it. You know, it just we never noticed it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that. It's like they just never noticed it. If you want to make sense of it, they just didn't notice for some reason. I don't know.
This is why the next movie ignores all of these.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to say.
I mean, neither do I. I mean,
it's I don't think it's as bad as
that's the thing, because yeah, you're right. It's not that bad, and that's the thing. Like when I started going in message boards and like Halloween fancies and all that, I heard a lot of people hated this one, and I didn't see it for a couple years. And I was like, is it really bad? And I saw it again, like, well, no, it's not. I don't hate it. I never really hated this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really did either, but like that Thorn shit just bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah, that is the worst part of it. So.
Yeah, that's it. Kind of puts a damper on,
like I said,
butts. especially in the producer's cut.
Here's the thing. Another big thing about the producer's cut that I like over the theatrical is the editing and uh the jump scares. The jump scares are more annoying in the theatrical cut. They're always with the loud music, you know.
Yeah.
It's really annoying. And I like in the opening of the Bruce's cut, it's actually Loomis narrating, and which makes more sense than Tommy narrating in the beginning of the theatrical cut.
Yeah, why was that changed?
I don't know, man. I don't know why he didn't keep it. I mean, they had the recording, so it's like, I don't know.
What do you think of the poster?
I like it.
It's a cool poster.
Pretty
I
cool.
like it.
I like the bluish kind of like.
Yeah.
Tint.
Yeah.
I remember. Maybe we'll get to Halloween Resurrection. We'll talk about that old review you guys did. But I remember when you're trying to talk about the Thorn, like what happens to the Thorn? Like, I remember you saying like, what happens to the black man? Well, not the black man, the man in black. You know, when he's just like standing in the corner of the streets, they just there with the black suit. It's like what? He's got a van.
They could have easily put a 6 on the end of their.
They did have the 6 originally. It was going to be called Halloween 666.
Yes.
The origin of Michael Myers.
I remember that. Yeah.
I remember the trailer and before a movie on a VHS tape. I saw it said Halloween 666. The origin of Michael Myers.
Right.
I mean,
so that teaser was the teaser for the producer's cut, the original version of the movie.
The Curse of Michael Myers I mean, that's fine as a subtitle, but I just want the 6 up there because you need to be in continuity with the others.
Right, yeah.
Messing things up.
They dropped the 6 out of the title. Yeah, this is the first one they dropped the numbers, which is a shame. I mean, like, come on, it's like I know marketing reasons, whatever, but come on, just.
Well, Friday 13 did it too with.
Well, here's the thing, though.
Companies.
You know what franchise? The current franchise has not dropped the numbers. Fast and Furious. So I don't understand I don't understand why the other movies. I don't understand why other franchises drop the numbers. It's just like whatever, man. Why are you shaving numbers? Numbers is good. It's educational.
It's confusing when you have the same title.
Yeah.
It just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hyphen.
Especially
No, it's not hyphen. Colon.
It's not a remake thing.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So
you got name by year. All right. Any other thoughts on Curse of Michael Myers?
Nope.
Nope.
No. Okay. So let's go. So we all agree that we like them a lot more than Halloween 5.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
No question.
it's really that's not even a
That's the thing. Like
toss up.
that's another thing I've heard. Like a lot of fans hate this more than Halloween 5. And I just don't understand.
We might be.
I don't get that either.
Yeah, Alex, what you're saying. Well, when I do stats, you'll kind of see what.
Yeah. Okay, stats.
Okay, so this movie had a $5 million budget, so slightly less than the 5th movie. It made 15.1, so it made more money than 5, but not quite as much as 4. But it made more than 3. Holds a 4.7 on IMDb. That's higher than Halloween 5, and the tomato score is 9, and that's lower than Halloween 5. The audience score is the only thing. The audience is 37. Halloween 5 was 36. So.
Oh wow!
But, yeah, so people really kind of feel the same way. I think about 6 over 5, but it's a drastic improvement.
I guess because people get that bad taste of 5 in their mouth so much. I guess that's probably why.
Well, with the Thorn stuff, I mean,
yeah,
it continues on, so maybe they don't like that.
And it never really got a proper conclusion either.
No.
Nope.
With either version, it's like the producer's cut ends in a cliffhanger.
I think this just proves that the Thorn thing that they tried to set up just didn't work because they don't. No. It's never addressed and ever again.
No.
Well, not only the setup, but it like the origin.
It was sloppily set up, so it's of course
there's no explanation on when he got it, how he got it.
Well, they're trying to do like a Nightmare on Elm Street type thing, like where they were like, because Freddy, it's like I feel like as he went later on, they tried to explain more, like, oh, why is he like this?
That happens all the time. Yeah.
Except in Friday the 13th, they left that alone.
Whoa, you can see. I argue Jason Goes to Hell tries to explain it.
Yeah, but that didn't really work.
Oh well, I like everybody knows I like how Jason Goes to Hell.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the explanation stuff. Like they didn't go back to it after that movie.
Yeah, I mean, how can you? Like, if fans hated it, they ain't gonna go back. You know. Yeah, I guess we're all in the minority when it comes to Halloween 6,
Yeah,
right? It's like,
yeah, I guess so.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but-
I don't know what other people are saying about it. I'm shocked that you said people like 5 over 6.
I've heard a lot throughout the years.
Easy.
Yeah, he's one of them. But no, a lot of people, not just him. A lot of people. I guess a big part maybe because they kill off Jamie, and Jamie's a fan favorite. That's a reason.
Oh, that makes sense.
I mean, I can see that. I can see that.
They go further with the Thorn stuff. That's another reason.
Yeah.
But like I said, the pacing's better, the characters are better, the atmosphere's better, the
Well, I heard
acting's
that-
better.
I've heard a lot of hate for Paul Rudd too, like for him being in the movie.
Yeah, but I think that's kind of changed after Halloween Kills.
What?
No, that's kind of like he does. I don't hear much hate from Paul Rudd after Halloween Kills.
Oh, because of Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah,
He sucked.
I look back, I'm like, wow, you know what? The way Tommy was written in Halloween, Christian Michael Myers is so much better.
It is, yeah.
So much
Well,
better, yeah.
I'm talking about like
He was a smarter character. He was more calculated and everything. Even though he was obsessed, but still, it's like I don't know what the fuck happened. Anyway, but that was our thoughts of Chris Michael Myers and the Thorn trilogy of this franchise. So really, this is the weird part of the franchise. It goes into weird territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you have normal, and then you have like this like weird cult.
Yeah,
It's like
I mean
okay.
they did set it up in Halloween 2 with Sam Hain stuff. Talked about Sam Hain.
That
It's
was
pronounced Sawa. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, just that was
Yeah.
just.
One thing I forgot to mention. Halloween Christian Michael Myers was the first one by Miramax. I did mention the
Yeah.
Weinsteins, but that was the first one. Yeah.
Yeah, before H2O and
Yeah, because they bought the rights to it.
who originally had the rights?
They had independent companies throughout the years.
Yeah.
They wanted a big studio to do it, so Miramax had it for a bit. But we'll get to that when we get to H2O Resurrection and Rob Zombie's one.
And the Rob Zombie shit.
Yeah, that's those ones are the rest of the Miramax era.
But what's the next? So the next stream, we're just going to talk about the two.
No, we're gonna talk about H2O Resurrection and Rob Zombies.
Oh, really? We're gonna okay.
Yeah, so it would be 4 movies. Yep.
All right, so we're done here. We're done with Thorn. Thorn is dead, and may
Thorn
never
dies,
come back.
The Thorn dies tonight.
Yeah, and it did. It died.
It did for.
It didn't die. It deflated. That's what happened. All right. So that's it for now. For Halloween. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Cover the rest of the sequels or the new beginnings of sequels, actually. So thank you everybody who was in the chat who watched. Heezy,
Forka,
Forka, Junebug.
and Big Bad Wolf Gaming.
Yes, thank you everybody.
And
Heezy.
that Roblox guy who was a troll.
Yeah, but who cares? Thorn.
Thorn.
And just a reminder, Heezy does have a Thorn tattoo.
Does he?
He
does.
Real? Wow, that's
He
really
does. That's dedication. He's a real fan.
Yeah.
dedication.
I asked him why. He's like, I told him you don't even like Halloween 6. He's like, but it's with continuity. That's what he said. That's
If he has a real one, then don't touch him. 'Cause-
I told him like that's like if like I love the Chucky movies, but that's if like I got a tattoo of Made in Japan just because he had Chucky's canon. You know? No, I wouldn't go that far. You know, go watch the Chucky
It's
series.
like me saying if I like The Shining so much and I have a tattoo of Delbert Grady on my ass.
Oh, Delbert.
All right. Thank you, Big Bad. Well, take care, Big Bad Wolf.
Take care, Big Bad.
Hey, thanks for coming in.
Tune in next time when we go over H2O Resurrection and Rob Zombies.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
That'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, especially when it comes to like Rob Zombie and
Yeah.
Yep.
And Resurrection, especially Resurrection.
Resurrection one's gonna be fun to do. Okay, I'll say
Trick or
that.
treat, motherfucker.
All right, trick or treat, mother effers.
You want to be on Dangertainment?
Oh shit.
Till next time.
See ya.
Bye.
See ya. Bam, 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 bam.